Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and you all have come to the 11th standard and you have taken accountancy as your subject, and it is a new subject for you, and economics, commerce, everything is new, but accountancy is entirely new for you. Even economics you might have studied something, commerce and accountancy are very new for you, but it is not very difficult to learn. It is very easy, but if you listen, it is very easy for you to learn. And accountancy, we have in the beginning chapters we have theory chapters, and afterwards the fundamental rules and regulations. Then slowly they will start the problems, but the problems are easy, but the rules and regulation, if you have studied, it will be very easy for you. And I do not know your faces. Even then we are asked to start our online classes. I am going to start today the new subject, new chapter. The first chapter is Introduction to Accounting. Before going to our chapter, let me introduce myself. I am your accountancy teacher. My name is Leena Felsi. Okay, I will introduce the chapter accounting. So first, before going to the chapter accounting, you should know what is the need to study accountancy, and that introduction I need to give you, because this account, from the word account only accountancy has come. You know very well, account, the word account, every day in our day-to-day life we use this word, because each and every house, even in your houses also, they may maintain accounts. So what we enter in that account, we write that your parent may write the income of him, and what are the expenses he make, he will enter, and any income he receives, he will write that one, just to recollect. After 1 month, 3 months or 1 year, if we want to know what we have spent, how much we have earned in the previous years, just we can turn the pages and we can find it out from the register. Now the computer has come, so they can enter in the computer and they can read and find it out. But it is not household accounts, but here it is coming for the business. So here I am going to show the book to you. So with the help of book I am explaining, and if you have any doubt or any suggestion, I may not use the book, or I have to simply I can explain without showing the book. Any suggestions or ideas if you have, you can send it, or you can talk to me in the phone, that we are planning to arrange for the timing to clear your doubts and to give your suggestions. Okay. Accounting is related to business. Each business organization, they carry on many activities. Activities means they purchase some goods and they may sell them, and many customers will be coming and purchasing those goods, and they may purchase those goods from their suppliers. So daily many activities takes place. All these may be related with money. So they will, when they purchase, what they do, they give money, and when they sell, they receive money. So we can say all these transactions, all these activities, they involve money or money's worth. For example, we can say instead of paying cash, we may give a check. So money's worth. So that is what involved in this business transactions. And when they do many activities on a particular date, it is not very easy for them to remember all the activities. For example, how much goods they have sold, how many numbers of goods, or the value of goods they have sold, and to all the customers, if they have sold on credit, it is very difficult for them to remember the amount of goods that they have sold for them. because they have to collect it back after a few months or days. They have to collect from the debtors or the customers. Credit customers are called debtors. So from them they have to collect the money. So it is not very easy to remember. So what they have to do? They have to record all these transactions. So because they have to take some decisions in future, or how much the amount they have to collect, or how much they have to pay to their creditors, and whether we are able to pay for the creditors, or whether the customers will pay within the time limit. All these they can decide. They can take a proper decision. They have to record all these transactions, because the proprietor may know all these, how much money he has to receive and how much money he has to pay, then what all the number of assets he is having, and then how much amount he has spent in the land, then to value all these assets that he has. Then the liabilities, what he is liable to pay to others, or the liabilities means the responsibilities, how much he has to pay to others. Assets means it is the we know that is the value of properties, that how much he has. All he, not only he has to know, but the other people, interested users are there, that we can say the government. If a man is running a business, then after 1 year automatically he has to pay the income tax or sales tax. If he sells some goods, he has to pay sales tax. So the government will ask for the accounting details. Then the investors means the proprietor, or in big business concerns we can tell them as the shareholders. Then the customers, then employees, whether the employees means the working people, workers, whether the company is running in a profitable manner. Only then they can rely on the company, because if the company is running on in a profitable manner only, it will be able to pay salary for them, and if it earns more profit, what they will get in addition to their salaries, they may get bonus. And the researchers, so some people may be doing some research, what they can analyze, they can interpret. So these researchers will tell whether they can introduce a new product, or how much they can increase their market. Only the domestic market, only in India they are selling, whether they can enlarge their market, whether they can capture the foreign market also. For all these details, these people and all need the information of the business. So we should know how much each and every businessman is spending, or first we can say he is investing some money, that is called the capital. Then with that capital, what he does, he does many transactions. Then he purchases goods and he sells them for adding some profit, and he has to pay salary for his employees, and he has to pay rent for the building he has hired, and in many expenditure he has to incur. Then when he sells, he will receive the money, that is saleable income. All these he receive. All these must be entered in the books of accounts. That is called accounting. He has to record all these transactions in the books of accounts. So accounting means each person cannot do as his own. Here, all over the world, why you are studying this accountancy? Not only to seek job only in India. Even if you go to foreign countries, you have opportunity to receive job there, because accountancy is a subject that is all the principles, the methods, everything is followed uniformly all over the world. So it has some procedures and methods that is followed uniformly, and all these systems are scientific because they have some rules and regulations, some practices we have, and it is in systematic way of recording the transaction. We cannot do as our own. There is some systems. So all these we will study in the next lesson. What are the procedures, the methods that we can't call them as concepts of accounting. All these you will be learning in the next lesson. So all these methods and procedures that we follow to record this information is uniform, because all over the world it will be followed, everywhere it will be same only. Each country may not follow their own principles or methods. Then accounting, we can say it is prepared in a systematic way, and each and every business man, after investing some amount in the business as capital, he will be very eager to know whether he has earned some income, so that we can say how efficiently he has performed his business activities. So that efficiency can be tested by preparing the profit and loss account. That means he will come to know how much profit he has earned, and he might have invested before starting the business. He might have purchased a land, and he might have built a building. Then in the building he might have purchased some furniture, then fittings, then some office equipments, a computer, then fax machine, then some other things he might have invested. All these we can call them as assets. So he wants to know how much he has, that we call as affairs of the organization, state of affairs. How much is his state of affairs? What is the financial position? In other words, we can say financial position is how much. Whether it is sound or it is very weak. If he has very less assets, then we can say his financial position is not so strong. So these two he must know, each and every person. First he wants to know how much is his profit. Second, he wants to know what is his financial position. So all these we will be learning in the future lessons. The profit and loss account 2 lessons we will learn. This in that one only, in the state, that is state of affairs or the balance sheet. We can find out the financial position from the balance sheet. Efficiency of his performance can be calculated, or profit can be calculated from the profit and loss account. So you will be learning in the future lessons. Again, we can call accounting as the language of business. What is language? That facilitates communication. We can communicate something. Here, how can we say accounting is the language of business? Because by seeing accounting, that accounts, we can come to know, we can understand, because it communicates to us. What does it communicate? It communicates the performance, efficiency of the proprietor and his financial status or the financial position. So from his accounting records we can come to know some information. That information is communicated to the people, one who look into the accounting records. That is why we call them as the language of business. Because what are the people, those who use this accounting records? Now I have told you in the beginning itself, not only the proprietor means the owner, not only the proprietor, the management. Why the management needs The management is the people that manages, even in our school that management we call. They need to take some decisions in future, what plan we can do in order to improve the business. That management needs the accounting records. Investors means those who have invested money in the business. Not only the proprietor, he might have borrowed money from the banks or from his friends, relatives. All those people will be called as investors. So they too want to know the financial position and the operating performance of the business. Then customers, the people, those who buy our products. Then the government for the tax purpose. So all these people, they want to know the information of the particular business. So we can call them the users, that we will be learning in detail at the end of this lesson. This one. Now I will explain the evolution of accounting, when it has been, how it has been started. Okay. So in India, we have one history. Around 23 centuries ago, that King Chandragupta Maurya, his minister Kautilya, he wrote a book named Arthashastra. You have studied in history. So in that book, in Arthashastra, it was written by Kautilya, and he was the minister of the King Chandragupta Maurya. In this book, we could see the way of maintaining accounting records. They have given some references. From there, we could understand they have given some ideas to maintain the accounting records. We can say the overall world civilization, the earliest days of civilization, the accounting was done by stewards. Who are stewards? The people who manage the properties of the rich people. So we even in Tamil also we say, in films we might have seen Kanakapilla, they will say that word Kanakapilla, because people will be appointed by rich people, who will be having more land and business houses, and the overall one person will be there who will be handling all the accounts. Each day this person has to read his accounts to his employer, the owner, in front of the owner. So these people may be either daily or weekly or once in 2 days or once in 3 days, they have to read the accounts in front of the owners. So we can say that is the root of accounting. So often they ask this as the one word. So you can underline this line. Stewardship accounting is said to be the root of accounting. So what is the root of accounting? Stewardship accounting is the root of accounting. There again, next stage after that one, this one in the earliest days of civilization, the particular time period is not given. But in 12th century, records of debit and credits were found. So they may ask, in which century that debit and credit were found? Only in the 12th century. Then in 15th century, after 3 centuries, in 1494, one Italian, Luca Pacioli. How to call this person? Luca Pacioli. He was an Italian. He only developed double entry bookkeeping system. So here in the earlier books it was given, he is called the father of double entry system. So they may ask us one word, who is called the father of double entry bookkeeping system? Luca Pacioli in the year 1494. He has developed one system that is called double entry bookkeeping system. Just I will explain what is double entry. Because each and every transaction, there are 2 aspects. One is giving aspect, one is receiving. For example, we go and buy goods from the market. What we do? We purchase goods, and instead what we pay for them? We pay money, cash. or we write a check and give whatever it is. So there is double entry. One is receiving aspect, another one giving aspect. Debit aspect, credit aspect. That is called double entry bookkeeping system. That is very, very important. You will be learning this one in detail in the forthcoming chapters. Then after this 15th century, in 18th and 19th centuries, industrial revolution took place. This you might have studied in the lower classes, 9th and 10th. So their industrial revolution in Europe, because they have produced many goods using many factories or many machines. They have introduced many machines instead of producing with the help of men. They introduced machines. The help of machines, the production will be very large. So we can call that operation large scale operation, large scale production we say. We know before we use one small machine, hand loom, we say that to weave cloth, we use hand loom, isn't it? But in future, after some years, it has been converted into that machine. They use some machines to produce the textile, produce cloth. So, and afterwards they have introduced big machines to in the textile industries. So they have produced a large quantity of cloth. Not only clothes, all the varieties of products they have produced in large quantities. So that companies, we can say joint stock companies. One person starting a company, we can say that is sole trader business. And 2-3 people together, they will start a business that we can call partnership business. But many people, not maybe hundreds of people, may be joining together, and they will join and start a business that is called joint stock companies. So when they start this type of companies, then the ownership also will be different from the management, because many people, the shareholders, will invest their money in big companies, and 5 or 10 people will be managing that companies, and the owners, they may not know what is happening inside the companies. So when the owners, that means we can say the shareholders, they want to know the information, they will be getting that information from this accounting records. That records only called financial accounting system. That is called financial accounting system. This is what the fundamental accounting system, financial accounting system in the 18th and 19th centuries, because they want to know how much profit is earned, what is their financial position. So this financial accounting will be including the profit and loss account and balance sheet. Next, after this 19th century, let us come to 20th century. In 20th century, they wanted to analyze this financial information. I told you, financial information means the financial accounting system. Financial accounting information, it consists of 2 accounts. One is profit and loss account, and the other one is balance sheet. From the profit and loss account, they will calculate the profit, and from the balance sheet, they will ascertain the financial position of the business. So in 20th century, they need to analyze this financial information. Why they need to analyze? In order to take some decisions, whether that expenses what they are spending is more or less, they will analyze. Then how much is our present sales, how can we improve the sales? Then what they do, they have to promote marketing, they have to give some advertisement in the newspaper. So for this purpose, to analyze, that is analysis of financial information, that is what gained importance in this century, 20th century. In this century, another accounting was introduced. That one was management accounting. This management accounting we will not learn. When you go to college only, you will be learning this management accounting. After this management accounting, after this 20th century, now the present century, 21st century we are living, isn't it? In this century, another one more accounting has been introduced, that is social responsibility accounting. Because this accounting or the business concern, it is in the midst of society. Not only it is involved, it consists of the people, the investors, government, but it is in the midst of the public, the society. So what all the responsibility a business concern has with the society. So this is very important. We cannot just neglect this accounting. So it has gained more importance in this century. So they often ask this also as the one word, because it is the recent accounting that has been introduced in accounting, social responsibility accounting. Understood the evolution of accounting? I will say once again that first, in the beginning, Kautilya has written the book Arthashastra. There they have given about the accounting records. Then as a whole in the world, if we see, the stewardship accounting is said to be the root of accounting, because the stewards only recorded their owners' accounts and they used to give those records periodically, often, maybe either daily, weekly or monthly, whatever it is. Then next to this stewardship accounting, in 12th century, the records of debit and credits were found. After this 12th century, in 15th century, Luca Pacioli, an Italian, he is called the father of double entry system or bookkeeping system, we can say. He has introduced this double entry bookkeeping system. After 15th century, in 18th and 19th centuries, because of the introduction of industrial revolution, large scale operation has been introduced. So they want to know the financial position, because here the owners are separated from the management. Owners will be the shareholders, and the management only will be managing, they will be the preparing the accounts. So they want to send that accounts to the owners, maybe the shareholders, or we can call them as investors. Not only for them, even for the government, for everyone. So they need this financial accounting system. So that financial accounting system has been introduced in this 18th and 19th centuries. This system consists of what? Profit and loss account and balance sheet. This you will be learning in the next volume. We have 2 volumes of books. Here 8 chapters are there. There 6 chapters in the second volume. Totally we have 14 chapters. In 12-13 chapters only we are going to learn about this financial accounting in detail. Okay, understood? Now the next century, 20th century, that analysis of financial information came into force, because they need to analyze the financial information for the management to take some decisions in future, how to improve the business concern. So in 20th century, a new system has been introduced, that was management accounting. And in the next century, the present century, 21st century, another accounting system has been introduced, that is social responsibility accounting. This one is also very important, because the business concern is in the midst of the society. It has some responsibilities to do with the society. That accounting system is called social responsibility accounting. Now we will learn the meaning and definition of accounting. Meaning of accounting. Accounting, what is accounting? We have learned it is systematic process. Systematically we have to, there is a process, systematic process. System, you know. There first what we should do, secondly what we have to do, third what should we do. That one. It is a process, not one work. It is a process means it is continuous process. First one, identifying. Identifying means they have to write they have to enter the transactions. Then measuring, they have to measure, they have to prepare the journal entries, then they have to record in the books of accounts. Then classifying, they have to classify the accounts. Then summarizing, what they will do, they will from the classifying they will enter in the summarizing. That here only it will, the financial accounts will be coming, the profit and loss account and balance sheet. Then interpreting and communicating. Interpreting means they will analyze and they will write what is the reason for the lesser profit, or financial position is very weak, so they will write the reason why, that one interpreting. And at last they will communicate with all these information, financial information, that is called accounting. So it is, the accounting is the systematic process of identifying. First they have to identify the transaction, how many purchases, how many sales, they will identify. Then they will measure in terms of money, we can say how much money. Then they will record in the transaction. Then they will post in the ledger, classifying. Then they will be entering in the trial balance. All the balances they will enter, and there only with the help of the trial balance they will prepare the profit and loss account and balance sheet. Then they will analyze and they will interpret and they will communicate the financial information. So once again you can study this one. It is one of the answers of the question, 3-mark question. Accounting is the systematic process of identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting and communicating financial information. So from this meaning we can accounting gives the information. What are the information it is giving? The resources available. The resources available, we can say the how much assets we have, what are the properties we have, that one, resources available, and how that resources have been used, employed, how whether it is used in a profitable manner, how much it is spent, that we can find out from the second step. Then the results achieved by their use. Because of using those resources, how much profit we have got, that is the result. So 3 points, 3 information is available. One, resources available. Second one, how the available resources have been employed or used. Then what is the result achieved by the use of these available resources, that we can see in this one. The profit earned during the accounting period, and the value and nature of assets and liabilities and the capital. All these we can derive from the accounting information. That is the meaning. Only this much you can study, and because it is 2 mark we can write only this much. Since it is 3 mark question, you can learn up to here. Then this 1-2 definitions are given. I will explain that definition. As it is here, you have to learn. According to the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, accounting is the art of recording. So we can say it is an art. Like drawing, it is also an art of recording. Then classifying. When you do the when we learn the next chapters, you will understand very easily what is recording. I have explained here also recording the transactions. So recording, then classifying. We will classify them in as ledgers. Then summarizing. Here that ledger we will do, and we will balance them, and that balances we will summarize in one statement, that is called trial balance. And with the help of trial balance we will prepare the profit and loss account and balance sheet, that we will come under summarizing. So it is an art of recording, then classifying and summarizing. How we have to do? In a significant manner. So significant manner we have to do all this process: recording, classifying and summarizing. And in terms of money, we have to write everything in terms of money. So that for example, purchases and sales, we know it is done for some amount only, so we can enter them in terms of money. But suppose if a manager is very efficient, can we enter that in the books of accounts? No, because it does not, we cannot express his efficiency in terms of money. But the amount given to that particular manager we can enter, but if he is efficient, that cannot be entered. So all the transactions which can be measured in terms of money only can be entered. So, and in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part. So all the transactions and events which are in part, at least of a financial character. That is what the financial character means. Financial character that measured in terms of money. Then, and interpreting the results thereof. So all the transactions which can be measured in terms of money only entered and recorded, classified, summarized. For what? And interpreting the results thereof. They will interpret the result only, the profit or loss, or what is the financial position. So in the same way you can learn, accounting is the art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part, at least of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. Then second definition also you can learn easily. American Accounting Association has defined accounting as the process of identifying, measuring, and here only two given: identifying, then measuring, and communicating economic information. Here only not simple information, economic information, the information which can be measured in terms of money. Economic information to permit informed judgments. They provide the judgment and decisions by users of the information. Those who use this information, these accounts, they can take some decision or they can judge the business concern. That is the definition given by American Accounting Association. From this definition, these two definitions, we can come to a conclusion. What it is? It is an art that I have explained to you. Because those who write these accounts, they should know they must have some skill and expertise knowledge. What are the systems, policies, procedures of the accounting process. And all the transactions or events must be recorded in monetary terms only. Then accounting process involves first recording, then classifying and summarizing, then analyzing, interpreting. Then the last one, they will communicate, they will analyze and they will communicate to the persons who are interested in such information. You might have understood the meaning and definition. You can study, just I will mark and give you now. One word, the first choose the correct answer. The root of financial accounting system is stewardship accounting. Then the question answers, very short answers. Define accounting is given in page number 3. Two definitions are there. You mark those two. Only that one. Then one more short answer is there. I will mark and give you. First one, explain the meaning of accounting. That is also in page number 3. When I was explaining, I have shown to you. So you learn well and you have to complete the daily lessons. Only then you can study well. You can score many marks and you can shine in your life. Okay, good. Students, thank you.